Hello and welcome back to this new video of mine. I am so excited for this one because I'm just gonna read fantasy for 1 week straight. Bio fantasy books at that. I've heard so much about these books and I'm just so excited to finally read them and to be part of that conversation because it's time. I'm a bit intimidated as well because these books are just huge. All of them have like 500 to 600 pages. 2 of them are also first part of a series and I'm afraid that I'm gonna get addicted again. But fantasy is after all one of my favorite genres, and romance. On my list for this month is reading Powerless and Throne. These are the books that I've heard so much about and that everyone is raving about, and apparently everyone loves them. And I also bought Throne of the Fallen, so that's definitely one of them that I want to read this week. But look at this. This is huge. And I don't know if I can finish this within a week. So let's see how far I get. And if you want me to read any other books as well, please let me know in the comments down below that I can review them for you and that we can have a conversation about them. Because that's the beauty of an entire book community, right? That we can talk about books, that we can read them together. So if you have any recommendations for me, let me know in the comments down below and then I can make a video about them. These are the 3 books I'm curious about: Powerless, Throne of the Fallen and Throne. I would say let's just dive right into this video without making this intro too long because there's no need for that. It's gonna be a long video probably anyways, so stay hydrated. I'm currently in the midst of purchasing Powerless for my, I wanted to say Kindle, I don't have a Kindle, for my tablet. Here it is. It even says, TikTok made me buy it. An epic and sizzling fantasy romance not to be missed. There we go. I did it. I bought it. Oh my god. I actually do not even know what it's about. I mean, it says hunted, hunter, destined for each other. I'm so curious. I feel like I'm gonna love this. It's day 2 right now. I'm about 10% through with Powerless and it's so good. I already love the writing style. I feel like it's just right up my alley. The 2 main protagonists already met, which was on point. I loved the description. I was so confused for a second. I was like, is this a love triangle forming? Is this him? Is she meeting him right now? Yeah, she was meeting him. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. I don't know, the writing style is just really great. We got introduced to the world building now. I know what's going on. And I see why people say that it reminds them of Hunger Games and the Red Queen. I see the similarities now. I do get it. But I just find it very interesting. I feel like that's more up my alley than Hunger Games, actually. I just want to continue reading. I just love it so far. I'm planning on getting more pages in today, because yesterday night I was just very tired and I want to finish the book maybe halfway already so that I can finish it this weekend. That's my plan. Let's see if I can make that. But I'm gonna continue reading now. I'm so excited. Cannot wait. She just met Kai's brother and I'm sensing a love triangle. I don't want this. I hope it's not a love triangle. I just want things to go smoothly between the 2 of them. It's the only time that I say I'm not in the mood right now for a love triangle. Not again. So please don't. But the way she said it, and then I look up. My eyes meet wide, bright green ones. I've never seen the man standing before me. I would have remembered. I don't know if that I would have remembered means that she's into him. Please don't. Please, no. No. I'm already drooling over Kai, so it wouldn't be good, you know? It really wouldn't be good. He's braiding her hair right now and I'm like, I'm literally fangirling Kai right now so badly. He's it. I already love the book. I think I'm like 1/4 through. Let me check. Oh, 1/5 only. 21%. It's not that much. And I'm reading very slowly, I feel like. But it's so good. It's so fun. I don't know for sure, but this could be a potential 5-star read. And I'm afraid of saying that already because there are still a few books to come in this video. It's giving me all the emotions. I'm already happy. Little update. It's 10 p.m. right now and I didn't continue reading yet, so I'm still only 20% through, so I'm gonna have to change that now. I think I'm gonna read for like 1 or 2 more hours and then I'm gonna go to bed. Sunday, 8 a.m. and the trials just have started. It's so good. This book is so interesting. I cannot tell you the exact page I'm on because the iPad is like doing it differently than the physical pages in a book. But on my iPad I'm currently at page 158. I think I'm like 1/3. Yeah, I didn't make it further last night. I'm just coming from the gym. I mean, not just. I went to the gym and then I went to dinner and then I got some ice cream. So I got my Oreo ice cream right here and I'm gonna attempt to finish this book tonight. It's currently 7:30, I believe. Yeah, 7:30. So I don't know how far I will get, but I did read in the gym. Can you imagine? I opened it on my phone while I was on the treadmill and I was actually reading. Never done that before, but this week's challenge has got me in its chokehold, I swear. So I'm gonna try to finish this book tonight, but I'm only halfway. So let's see about that. And I'm gonna enjoy my ice cream now. I'm so excited. I love this. I love the book. I love my ice cream. Great day. So far, I'm really impressed by how the author wrote all the different fighting scenes. Everything is so detailed. I'm like, it's crazy that this is her debut novel. This is so well written. I'm really amazed. Especially all the fighting scenes. They really get me. I feel like I'm there and she really soaks me in, you know? I don't feel like I've already read over halfway. Like, it doesn't feel like that at all. And that means it's a really good book. Just love it already. I'm just so excited for everything I'm gonna read this week. It's just so fun. I'm shortly over halfway, and to anyone who read this book, you know what just happened. I'm in shock. No words. Sorry, no words. What the f. I was up till 3 a.m. last night finishing Powerless. Actually, no, I finished it. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh wow. I finished it in the morning today, but I just couldn't stop reading and I feel like I look the way I feel. But I finished it. I finished Powerless. I'm very happy. Every time I finish a book, I'm just so happy to be able to close it and know everything that happened. But this ending, I cannot. I need the second book right now, please. I cannot wait till July. So that's a struggle that I have to overcome. I really don't know how this is gonna go because there has been so much shit happening and so many things where I'm like, oh no, oh no. I was literally sitting there like, please don't, no, 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 no. Let's talk about the story a little bit, shall we? We're following Payton and Kai. We're getting the view of both of them throughout the book. It's very interesting because the world building is so unique and yet similar to the Red Queen and Hunger Games. I think I already said that before. But Payton is an ordinary and Kai is the prince, yeah, the son of the king. And his only job is to kill the ordinaries that are basically spreading like a disease through the people that have powers. Oh, I didn't even say, I'm sorry. So the elites, they have special powers, so they can, I don't know, they can just do crazy stuff. Everything you can imagine they can do. And she has to hide within her world because ordinaries are destined to death. And suddenly she's caught in the trials after saving the king's son, and she has to fight all the others, sort of like in the Hunger Games, in the trials. But she has no powers. Their banter was just so good. And I know I said in the beginning, I hope it's not gonna be a love triangle. I feel like there's a slight love triangle, but I feel like her emotions were pretty clear throughout almost the entire book. I don't want to spoiler you guys with anything, but this ending, I cannot. And I'm totally rooting for Kai. Kai has my heart. I wouldn't say he's a perfect book boyfriend because he seems a bit toxic, he seems a bit damaged. I mean, he's pretty damaged, but he's still kind of hot, you know, so you just have to deal with that, I guess. It also gives the I hate everyone but you trope. I'm just eating it up. Every single bit of it. I love it. Just so good. I still have to let it marinate. I didn't think of a star rating yet. I'm very quick to give a higher star rating and then later on redeem myself, so I'm just gonna let it sit for now and just gonna think about it and read the other books that we have on the list for the next upcoming days. The pacing of the entire story was so great because every chapter there was something happening and it was so fast-paced, even though it's a fantasy book. And I feel like fantasy books just have that phenomenon that if they're over 500 pages, in the middle of it you sometimes still get a bit bored, no matter how fast the pacing is. But this was a very fun read. I loved every bit of it. And I think I'm gonna continue this week with Throne of the Fallen. And I'm gonna say Fourth Wing for last. I think that's the best thing to do right now, because this I already know, this world I already know, so I just have to adapt to it pretty quickly. And I think Fourth Wing is gonna really damage me. Because that book is also so huge, but also on the other hand there's just so much world building as of what I've seen from all the summaries. I read the brief plot and it just seemed like a huge world building, and I was like, right now I cannot do that. I need to get into a world that I already know. Throne of the Fallen it is. I mean, it's still in the morning, so I'm gonna start reading that later. I just need a bit of a break right now. So far, I can recommend you Powerless. It was so amazing. If you love romance in fantasy, top tier. It was like the most romance-heavy fantasy book I've read in my entire life, and I loved it completely. It had everything. You know it's a good book if you continue reading till 3 AM. I mean, let's go.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
It's the next day and I'm currently not far. I'm about 50 pages in. I'm on page 60. Okay, well, I gotta say I'm hella confused. It's so different for some reason from the other books that I've read of hers, because now she's also using third person and not first person, which she usually always does. I feel like her writing style is also more, it just needs more attention. I just really have to sit down and really double check everything she's writing, because her writing style is so intense that it's not as fast paced as, for example, Powerless. So it really takes me a long time to get through this one. I love her writing style. I think it's really great. And like, it was always a bit spicy, but this book is so intensely spicy, just in the way they are dressing everything. It's insane. I really was not expecting it to be this much. I love spice in books, but I'm just still confused with all the different characters and all the different names, and I'm like, who's who? What is happening now? I'm so confused still. It's so beautifully made. I showed you a few clips of it already. It's just gorgeous. I'm gonna continue reading though and gonna keep you posted.
So what, if you're stupid then you know it's nothing wrong. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
I really need to talk to you about something. Please don't mind my jackets up there. They're just chilling, just vibing, but I'm not vibing. I'm on page 110 or something right now of the book, and I simply cannot get into it. Usually if a book takes me 100 pages, I'm like, it's already quite a chunk of time that I've invested in this story, and I'm just hoping that it will get better. Thing is, I'm so disappointed, because as you could tell, I had such high hopes for it, because I just loved Kingdom of the Wicked, and this is simply different because it's an adult romance, and I understand, like, I'm not saying that adult fantasy is not for me. I don't mind it being spicy and stuff. I really don't mind that part. But what I do mind, I cannot connect to the characters at all. I feel like there's no character development. I don't know what Envy is about. I don't know. I forgot her name again. Oh wow. Here we go again. But I forgot what she's about. I know nothing about the characters. I know a little bit about their background, but not enough, you know? And after 100 pages, I would just wish that they would introduce us more to the world and what's happening. And I'm just left with a lot of question marks. I don't understand anything that's going on. I'm reading with so much intent that I want to understand the story, but it's just, the storyline is not adding up to me. And I don't feel connected to the story. And that makes me really sad. Like, it's dreadful to start reading again. So I picked this book up and I'm like not excited for it at all, because I'm just like, I feel like I'm definitely gonna continue reading Throne of the Fallen, but I'm afraid that it's gonna right now get me into a reading slump. And I want to finish it, but I don't know if I want to finish it this week. I'm gonna be totally upfront and honest with you, and I'm not having a lot of fun reading this right now. So I'm thinking of switching to Fourth Wing right now. Fourth Wing is purchased and downloaded on my iPad, and I'm really excited to read it now. I'm gonna read a few pages now, I'm gonna read more later, and in between I'm gonna go to the gym and get some dinner. That's a good plan. I am literally eating this up. This is so good. I love Satan. I'm just in awe right now. I'm reading so much and I love it. I don't even want to stop. I just want to read this all night, to be honest. I understand the hype now. You know it's a good book when you have those reactions. It's another day. What was that? What did I just do with my hands? Never mind. So I'm on chapter 8 right now of Fourth Wing. At some parts I was a bit confused about the fantasy. I feel like there's also love triangle forming, so I already have a favorite. Like, I already know who I'm rooting for. And in general, I just really love it. By the way, I got a new ring today. I mean, it's besides the video, but I got this ring and I really like it. Oh, and my nail broke off. I was really sad. That's what it is. And besides that, I mean, I start to understand why everyone hypes it up as much. There's so much action on every single page. Sometimes the author jumps a bit from chapter to chapter. There are scenes where I wish it would be explained more, and then suddenly we're in a different scenery, so it's hard for me sometimes to keep track. But in general, just so good. I feel the tension, you know? I feel like the adrenaline, I'm laughing, I'm completely vibing the entire time I'm reading this. It's just, wow. No, but really, I'm amazed. I'm having so much fun right now and I don't want to stop reading, and I just enjoy that it's such a long book, so I have a lot of time to like immerse in this world and I don't have to rush through it, you know? I kind of enjoy that. Because usually if it's just a shorter book, I'm a bit sad when it ends. It's long enough so that I have time to really be in the world. And I find it interesting that our protagonist is not that strong girl, badass. She's more smart than she's strong, and I'm like, I like that. I would have expected her to be completely strong and fearless and everything, but she's not. I'm not like that either, you know? If I would have to become a writer, I'm telling you, it would not work for me. I don't think I would make it, to be honest. So I'm like, I resonate and I like that. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read Fourth Wing. I feel like everyone and their mother has read it by now. Let's have a Fourth Wing discussion in the chat down below. I already can't with this book. Oh my god. So I don't want to make this a spoiler reading vlog, but I have to say, I like Dane, but he's a bit too soft. I'm more rooting for the other guy. I forgot his name now because I'm not that great with names, but his name starts with an X. I like the tension going on. With Dane, I feel like it's a bit, you know, I don't know. But I think that's the love triangle that's forming, I'm pretty certain. And I don't mind a love triangle. I don't want this. I hope it's not a love triangle in this case. If she chooses the right one in the end. Important. I remember his name. It's Xaden. Difficult to pronounce, but I got it now. Good morning! I've been actually reading the entire morning. I've been reading for like 3 hours now. I was up till like 1 AM or something, and I even dreamt of this book and how it could continue. And I woke up and I wanted to do nothing more than just continue reading in this world. And I'm halfway through now, a bit over halfway, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. Based on my reactions, I feel like this could be a 5-star. I just don't know what to say. And I'm smiling all the time. Xaden is really getting to me. It's insane. I have to continue reading. This is too good. I'm literally getting goosebumps. Do you see this? It's crazy. I'm currently over 64% through the book, which is good. But I also don't want it to end. And I'm so excited that tomorrow already Iron Flame is coming out. I cannot wait any longer. I already said it. Xaden is just top tier, but also in general I just love all the characters and it's all described so well. I didn't have any troubles with the fantasy world or with the names because usually I do suck at names and remembering names, but here it's all easy. I did not expect that. I was actually not thinking that I would enjoy it as much. I was reading the Talon series one time by Julie Kagawa. I did not enjoy it as much. That was her Dragon series as well, and I thought I just don't really like dragons because I cannot really imagine dragons in my mind, but I love the connection they're building here. And the entire concept is so unique and I don't want anyone to die. I'm so attached to all the characters, to the dragons. I'm gonna be so upset if something happens to one of them. Dane I don't really care about. The rest I do care about. They better all survive. I need to continue reading this. This is too good. Xaden just came in to the frame. He just got introduced into the chapter and then the chapter ended. Wow, that didn't make any sense. So he just got mentioned again and then literally we're jumping in time again. This entire time jumping thing, when it's suddenly the next day, really gets on my nerves because it's like a cliffhanger and I want to know what happened. And then I go to the next chapter and I don't even get an explanation. It's getting a bit on my nerves. Oh my god, I love it. The drama. I'm all here for it. I'm almost finished with the book. I knew something would happen. I didn't want it to happen, but I knew it would. I'm so done with this. What is going on? I don't know what to do anymore. I look like I'm gonna cry. Actually, I feel like I'm gonna cry, I'm not gonna lie. Hello again. Little update. I'm almost finished with the book. But the thing is, I didn't expect necessarily the plot twist to happen that happened like politics wise, but I did expect something in that direction. Oh, okay. So I wasn't too shocked, you know? So I was expecting a bit more, but I was also on my tippy toes the entire time. I just can't wait to continue reading. It's so addictive. I think that's the right word for the series. Things are going down and I'm here for it. I'm like stressing over here. What is this book doing to me? I swear if one of them dies, I'm gonna be so pissed. I literally feel like I'm going to cry. Everything is going downhill right now. Let's wrap this video up, shall we? What was this? I'm so in shock. I took a few days to just comprehend everything that just happened and to really get my thoughts together on the books because I don't want to give you any false recommendations. I don't want to say this is a 5-star read, even though afterwards I don't really think about it that much anymore. I think I'm just gonna go through everything in chronological order now. So let's start off with Powerless. I love Powerless. I already gave you a brief summary of what it's about. I feel like it was a really great book. I already said so, I loved it, but my rating for this book now is 4.5 stars and not 5. I actually don't know the reasoning, but it did not feel like a 5-star. It was so close. I could even give it a 4.75, but not quite a 5-star. Maybe it was because it reminded me a bit of the books it has been inspired by, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and I can highly recommend it. I mean, just because it's not a 5-star doesn't mean that I not completely fell for everything the author wrote there. I mean, I was invested, I was laughing, I was almost crying, I was so in it. I really loved it. I can definitely highly recommend it to you. I would say this viral book is worth the hype. But if you do not like romance in books, and if you do not like romance and fantasy books especially, then that's not gonna be for you. But I loved it. For me, that was perfect, it was great, it was everything I wanted. And let's talk about the next book. Throne of the Fallen. The book I was most excited about in this video, and the book that I feel like let me almost down the most. I don't know, I'm this far in now. I don't know, I cannot really give you a rating yet, obviously, because I didn't finish it yet. I'm gonna finish it this month, that's at least on my list. I had higher hopes for this, and I really thought it would be a bit faster, so I didn't even give you a rundown of what it's about. So what I got from the story for now is that it's about Envy, and I forgot her name again because it's been a while, and Camila, and Envy has to win a certain game in order to save his court, and he's not really telling his brothers about it. I don't know what this game is about, it's very mysterious. I really want to figure out. His court has been cursed or something, I don't really know. It was very vague, and now he has to play games in order to break this curse that's been put on his court. There was a lot of times saying the word curse and court, but that's all I think it is about. He has to collect certain objects and stuff in order to win. I don't know who the other players are. I have a lot of questions that I want to figure out. The writing style has been very different in this one compared to her other stories, mainly because it's in third-person perspective now. The others were written in first person, so that would already throw me off a little bit. I feel like it's just way more spicy, which I don't mind. I just didn't expect it. It's often, I've said it in a few videos already, if I expect a spicy book, I really don't mind it. And I don't hate on books that are completely spicy. I just don't like books if I don't feel like they have any other connection besides the spice, you know? And I think I already briefly touched upon it, so I'm just gonna keep it there with this one. I'm gonna give you further rundown on this in my reading wrap-up of the month, but for now I cannot tell you more. And then the last one that I haven't told you anything about so far is Fourth Wing, and I think I found myself a 5-star read again. The story got me so good, and I really did not expect it. Everyone loves this story, everyone is raving about it, but for me, I was like, it's so hyped up that I feel like my expectations were already here. I didn't think it could in any way, shape or form match those expectations. It did match those expectations and it exceeded them. And that was something I did not expect. And I think that's the difference to Powerless, because I expected a lot from Powerless and it completely hit my expectations. But I was just too stunned to speak sometimes when I was reading Fourth Wing. And Xaden, I mean, I'm speechless still. It's been 2 days. I just really had to sit on it and really think if it's really a 5-star read for me, but it definitely is. I really want to stay in this world. I loved the protagonist. I loved Violet. I feel like she was such a badass character, even though she wasn't even aware that she is. It was so interesting to me. She seemed so genuine and so nice, and I feel like she was a great main character to have. And all the other characters were so well developed that I just felt a connection to everyone. And I already said it before, I don't want anyone to die. I really am so attached to every single character in this story. I feel like I'm gonna cry if something else happens in the other book. I'm editing right now and I noticed I didn't talk about the cliffhanger of Fourth Wing. For me, it was a bit predictable. No, not predictable. I didn't see it coming, but I was relieved that it wasn't something worse, in a way. It was okay for me. It was like not completely shocking. It was just everything else that was happening that really got me together. Like, I could live with that ending and I was very happy about that. That's all I had to say. And I'm so glad that Iron Flame came out a few days ago, because I already got it here. And you can expect a reading vlog. I'm hooked. And I just thought that it's gonna be a 5-star series and I'm a bit stressed about it. If it starts off so well, can she keep up that level for 5 books in total? But that's a different conversation for another day. For now, I loved Fourth Wing. I want to go more into detail in my reading wrap-up. This was just a fun little cute, actually it's not little, I think it's a very long video, but it was a fun reading vlog and I just enjoy reading fantasy books. I just love it. It's always been my favorite actually, and then if you sprinkle in a little bit of romance, I'm completely sold. That was it from this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to not miss out on any new uploads. Why did I say that so weirdly? I don't know. Because as I said, next video is gonna be a Throne of Glass. Did I say Throne of Glass? No. An Iron Flame reading vlog. It's embarrassing. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure to subscribe. And also leave a comment if you've read any of these books. I would love to hear from you and to have a little chat in the comments. So yeah, make sure to head down there. That's everything for today. Have a beautiful and blissful day, and I'm gonna see you next week. Bye!
Say what you wanna say to me now.